I now resume my functions as President of the Security Council. The representative of the United States has requested the floor to formulate a further statement. You have the floor, sir.
Thank you, Mr. President. I would like to respond briefly to the remarks of the representative of the Russian Federation. I think we're all aware of efforts that are being made far away from here in Hanoi in the next couple of days to solve some problems that arose during the Cold War. But that is not the rhetoric that we heard in the Council today. We heard a lot of Cold War rhetoric, the kind of rhetoric that we used to hear when that sign said not Russian Federation, but Union of Soviet Socialist Republics, and it is a bit surprising. First of all, what the United States did in providing aid or attempting to provide aid was done at the request of the legitimate government, the legitimate interim president of Venezuela, Juan Guaido, who requested such aid from the international community. The Russian delegate said that his country delivered aid, but I wonder how much of that aid will get to the people of Venezuela, because it was not delivered to the people. It was delivered to the regime, which will take it. And we will never know how much of it was sold through corrupt practices and how much of it was simply given to supporters of the regime. Then we heard a good deal about the freezing of accounts and about gold. And here I think we get to the heart of the matter, which is a lot of money is owed to Russia. And you are no doubt worrying whether that money is going to be repaid. Well, my answer is not if this economy is driven further into the ground. The only way the debts that are owed by Venezuela will ever be repaid is if the economy can once again grow, if this terrible period of decline, which has impoverished what was once the richest country in Latin America, can be brought to an end. Finally, I would just say that I reject completely, I reject from start to finish, I reject from top to bottom accusations of military intervention from a country that is occupying the territory of Georgia and Ukraine, in South Ossetia, in Abkhazia, in Crimea. We do not accept such accusations in this situation. I reject them completely, and I'm amazed to hear them in the Council. Thank you.
I thank the representative of the United States. The representative of the Russian Federation has requested the floor to make a further statement. You have the floor, sir.
Thank you, Mr. President. I did not intend to engage into polemicism with my U.S. colleague. However, given that he has taken the floor, I do wish to deliver one remark and to pose one question. However, with respect to whose rhetoric aligns more closely to the Cold War, I have my own views on that. Mr. Abrams is an active participant in the Cold War, was an active participant, and a number of underground operations that were conducted during the era of the Cold War. So we're not going to discuss this issue. I think that Mr. Abrams will still hear today, has yet to hear the views of other members of the Security Council, which will in one way or another align with what I have said. For some reason, you are under the impression that the only thing that Russia is concerned about is its money, which it cannot receive in response for what it has invested in the country. Why does it not occur to you that we may have other interests, perhaps? We do not tolerate when there are egregious, blatant, arrogant trampling upon international law and intervention in the domestic affairs of other countries. We do not take such liberties, and we do not allow other countries to take such liberties. And yet we hear very many accusations about Russia intervening in the affairs of other states, including the United States of America. Against the backdrop of what you are doing in the U.S., in Venezuela, your accusations are simply funny. I don't wish to engage in rhetoric because, unfortunately, I'm aware that we will not find common ground on this issue, but I do wish to reiterate my question that I put forward. Does the U.S. delegation stand ready to support elements of the press for Venezuela in the wording that has been proposed by the Russian delegation on the basis of elements of the press that the Security Council has made on Haiti. The text is exactly the same, just Haiti has been replaced with Venezuela, and we will circulate this amongst members of the Security Council.
Agradezco.
I thank the representative of the Russian Federation. I shall now give the floor to His Excellency Mr. Jorge Arriaza, Minister of the People's Power for Foreign Affairs,